Now, sticking with this, well, over 40,000 chickens dead in a day, allegedly because of power cuts. This is just one of the many grim stories we hear a lot recently as ongoing blackouts continue to harm our already strained economy. Now, Herman Du Preez, owner of Frangipani Boerdery in Lichtenburg, is now planning to sue Eskom for his loss. Now, to discuss this further, we are now joined by Mr. Du Preez. Thank you so much for joining us this afternoon. Of course, you know, such a big loss for you. And now you say you are going to sue Eskom for this.
Yeah, I can't believe that we must do otherwise. I can't go on, continue with this on and off power of Eskom every now and then.
And tell us, how much did you lose? Let's talk about ballpark figure here. How much money are we talking about with the death of those chickens?
It's difficult to say because they keep dying every day. Our vet was here, and yeah, the ones that are left, they still have a lot of lung damage left. So we are continue to count them every day while they're dying.
So apart from those that have already perished, you're saying that there are also chickens that have some breathing problems, and the loss could be even worse than what it already is.
Yes, yeah, they definitely. I don't know how much are gonna die till in the next 10 days, but unfortunately, the ones that survive got seriously damaged. Unfortunately, so it's difficult to put a ballpark figure on them now.
Let's talk about how this exactly happened. How long was the power out for?
The power, it wasn't the power out that caused the problems. We have generators and we have backup generators for the generators in case stuff like that happens. On the 14th of December, one of our transformers on the farming community, it exploded. And then we phoned Eskom from the 14th of December. And then they joined us with another line. And that's when the problem occurred. They put us on another line, and then our farms, we don't have the voltage, the correct voltage on our lines. So unfortunately, that particular night, it damages my UPS, the alarm system, and the generators, because there was enough power in the line so that the generators won't kick in. But unfortunately, there's not enough power for Eskom to totally switch off. So it was half in between. So the alarm system didn't work efficiently. The ventilation system didn't work efficiently. And yeah, that's when the ventilation system got shut off. And I lost that amount of birds.
So the chickens basically suffocated to death. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, they suffocated. Yeah, they suffocated from not enough oxygen.
Let's talk about, you know, the cost of diesel. That must also cost you a fortune due to load shedding.
Yeah, that's a sad figure always to talk about. On state sheets, we run about 15,000 rand a day. That is, you can't go on like that. I spoke to farmers in the Northern Cape for the irrigation, 50,000 rand a day. It's just way too much. You can't go on like this. We must produce food for this country. We really want to do it. But I spoke to Eskom. I asked him, listen, can't we get more load shedding during March, April? Because our harvest is in a very critical stage, our maize. We must irrigate. We'll take the load shedding later, but please don't do it now. And there was no response from them. No, nothing. We can't spare you guys. Sorry.
Now, just to make 100% sure, how much are you suing Eskom for? We heard 1.5 million. Is that the right figure?
Yeah, I think that will be around about the amount figure. I will get the total amount, the final figure amount when my cycle is finished. See how much is dead. Yeah, then I will get the correct amount.
And let's talk about, possible job losses here if this crisis continues. What's the outlook for you?
Well, even on Monday, before the crisis occurred on my farm, I told my mother, listen, I can't go on like this. So it's not sustainable for me to keep producing food on diesel. I can't farm with diesel. So eventually, I think I'm not going to be in the farming business for a much longer period. It's this stage 10, stage 6. It's not suitable for me. I can't go on like this. So in the long run, to answer your question, I don't think I will be. If Eskom doesn't solve their problems very, very quickly, and I produce 550,000 chickens, and I'm in the maize, irrigation, game, cattle. So I don't think I'm going to be in the farming industry much longer.
That's unfortunately sad news to hear. And have you heard back from Eskom after you've reached out to them?
Fortunately not. Eskom was here 2 days after the incident to put up the volts in the transformer. I told them, okay, that's fine, thank you, but when our line is going to be repaired, the voltage is going to be too high. That's our next crisis in the next future. So then, yeah, yesterday they come and they put on some meters on the lines. Fortunately, I've got meters installed on my lines because we're looking for going over to solar. So I know exactly how much voltage was in that lines at the time of the event. We go from 410 to about 320 volts in a night. The power factor in that lines is all over the place, up and down the whole time. Nothing can hold on your farm.
Thank you so much, Herman, for talking to us. Unfortunately, it is a very dire situation that you do find yourself in. Herman Du Preez, owner of Frangipani Boerdery.